Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Libra. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. All right, so we have the Three of Swords, your person's energy, and they're also showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're viewing you as the Knight of Wands, all right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the connection, we see the Page of Swords, so it's definitely something new. It could be a secret admirer situation. And we see the World card, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy. So I kind of feel like your person has been through something quite heartbreaking. Now, when this card first came out next to the Queen of Pentacles, I feel some of you, this person could be a widow or a widower. But of course, that doesn't have to be the case. It could be some sort of betrayal, or it could be some sort of personal loss, like the loss of a loved one. But I do feel like this is something that they've done a lot of healing work around, even if they're not fully healed. The World card indicates that there's potential for a brilliant success here between you and this person. I think this person themselves is also quite successful. They've done well for themselves. And for some of you, they have their own business or they're an entrepreneur. The World indicates as well they could be from a different background than yours, a different race, religion, tradition. Now, the Three of Swords can also indicate that they have unfinished business and there's some sort of third party around them. But we see the Five of Cups. This is somebody who's been heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, disappointed. But for a lot of you, this is more like personal loss, like the loss of a loved one, or some sort of deep betrayal here for sure. So it does feel like you're meeting this person, Libra, when they're still hurting, okay? But I do think they've done a lot of healing work around this situation. Now, the Queen of Swords in reverse, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy could indicate that they still have to deal with somebody who's kind of low vibrational. So I don't know if they have to co-parent with someone or they're splitting assets with somebody who betrayed them or somebody who's just mean and nasty. It could also be a family situation, a deep betrayal within a family situation or friendship. Libra, how you're feeling, the Ten of Pentacles. So you meet this person at a point in time when you're feeling really abundant and you know your worth and your value. And I also feel like with the Ten of Pentacles here, you're looking for something solid, stable, and secure. And you may sense that even though this person is going through something difficult here, you may sense that there's real potential for abundance here, or there's some potential for something long term. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Libras need to know about this person? Your ex. Okay, I don't necessarily think this is your ex. My intentions for these weekend singles new love readings really are that this is someone completely brand new. But I do feel for a lot of you, this person might have a really nasty ex, or they were really hurt by their ex. They may have been in an abusive relationship or betrayed by that person. That person may still be around them in some capacity, especially if they have to co-parent with them. All right. We see leader. So this person may have cardinal energy in their chart, which would be Libra, Aries, Cancer, or Capricorn. This is someone who's comfortable taking charge. They're confident in their own decisions. They may have their own business, or what I was picking up on earlier is that this person has done really well for themselves. They're a go-getter. They're not someone who, even if they are experiencing deep betrayal or hurt or heartbreak or depression or sadness, they still get it done, right? They still do well for themselves. All right, this is somebody who's independent. All right, they have a strong sense of self and self-reliance. Again, a real self-starter. And at the bottom of the deck, we see they lead a healthy lifestyle. So they live cleanly, they infuse exercise and healthy choices into their daily routine. For some of you, they might have they could be like some type of coach, or they work with herbology, they work with homeopathic remedies. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly, so just bear with me. Natural remedies. They could work in an apothecary or have like an apothecary, or even just I'm getting like a sign that says apothecary. I don't know if they have like an herb garden, they drink herbal teas. I'm getting somebody who appreciates natural remedies. They might do yoga, Pilates. They're grounded. They enjoy nature, animals, plants, flowers. I'm getting somebody who's very, very grounded despite what they've gone through, and somebody who appreciates nature and like natural remedies and things like that. The Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is not only grounded energy, but she's also someone who's got it together. So despite what they're going through, this is someone who looks good. They take care of their responsibilities. They're still in that cardinal leadership energy. They always look like they're going somewhere. They take good care of their house, their home, their finances, their family, their responsibilities. They're stable. They value stability. All right, this person may be slender. Now remember, these messages that come out that are really specific, like about body type or ethnicity or ages and things like that, they're not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some. This person may speak multiple languages. All right, they may already follow your social media, or maybe there's this connection is made through social media. What else do my Libras need to know about this person? What else do my Libras need to know here about this person, please? All right, distant horizons. So this, obviously there could be distance here, Libra. It could be an online connection. But I'm also seeing with the World card and distant horizons, this person, it feels like they have a very different background than yours. So it could be different race, religion, traditions, cultures, or just a different socioeconomic background. Their parents or their grandparents may speak a different language or come from a different country. But I'm actually seeing that even if they're not around you right now, they're much closer than you think. We see house energy, so I do feel like this person values stability. They may be saving up to buy a home. They could work in real estate. Again, they may have had to leave a home. Maybe they left their home to the person they're divorcing or something like that. This person may come from a broken home. I kind of just feel like for some of you, they may be, their biggest dream was to own a home, but they may be working towards that. And we see courtship coming through. So I kind of feel like this is somebody who hasn't really been dating or hasn't been really focused on dating. I think they've really been focused on healing. They've been focused on their business, their abundance, their health. So their main focus here hasn't really been dating, or they haven't been dating for a while. Especially where they've, for those of you where this person may be a widow or a widower. All right, what else do my Libras need to know about this person? All right, they wear more than 2 rings frequently, so they like to make jewelry. Some of you, this person makes their own jewelry. This can also indicate that they've been married and divorced in the past. They may have lighter skin, so again, that's a really specific message for some of you, but it's not going to resonate with all of my Libras out there. They're going to come into your life unexpectedly or in some sort of unexpected manner. And they are going to pursue you. So interestingly enough, they're not going to take a passive role when you're around. They are going to step up and ask you out. They're going to pursue you. And I think that comes naturally to them because they have that cardinal energy. All right. They're viewing you as the Knight of Wands. Very sexy, passionate, adventurous. They see this as a new adventure. But I also think this person sees traveling with you or moving forward with you, having new adventures with you. All right, and the Knight of Cups, they see you as this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So very emotional, dreamy, romantic. There's loyalty here as well, but I'm also seeing there's a very strong physical attraction. And I love this particular Knight of Cups because they see you as focused and determined, strategic. So you're somebody who definitely is confident and you go after what you want. And with the Strength card, Leo energy, which you may or may not have in your chart, but they see you as somebody who loves hard, you love deep. You get a lot of attention, you enjoy attention. But you get a lot of attention because you're also really good at what you do. And you know, you wouldn't be a Libra if you didn't look good, right? I know all my Libras out there, you're always well put together. You pay attention to details. So I do think you two mirror each other in that respect. And even if you two are very different, I mean, there's this spiritual connection, right? How she's just touching that lion. And I also feel like this is somebody who sees you as somebody who's been through a lot. So they respect you because of that. You've been able to tame your inner beasts, control those inner demons. Some of you might be in recovery. Again, there's a lot of respect for you here. I also think they're going to feel like you have a healing touch. Like, I feel like nobody here, Libra, has touched them the way that you touch them. And I don't mean physically. I mean, maybe physically, but go Libra. But more so, I feel like just energetically, the way you hold space for them, the way you listen to them, the way, you know, the relationship, that they feel like you touch them in a way nobody has ever or in a really long time. I'm just getting a real healing energy. So I do think you're going to feel like home to them, or you're going to really calm this person's nervous system. And my Libras, you're going to be feeling the moon in reverse, Cancer, Pisces energy. So some of you really do have water in your chart. But I'm getting, more than anything, you're going to feel like you can really open up to this person. This is a very trusting energy. You're going to feel like you see the way forward here. You're going to feel like you can, you know, tell them your life story. You can talk to them about anything. You can be authentic. You can be vulnerable with them. I think you're also going to feel like there's trust here, most likely because they're going to really open up to you as well. Now, wow. All right, Libra. So they're viewing you as the goddess archetype. So they really hold you in high regard. And like I said, there's a lot of respect that they have for you. And they see you as the feminine, whether you're male or female or however you might identify. They see you as the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And they also see you as the virgin archetype. And I feel like this is also why they feel too, like they feel safe with you, because you're like open and vulnerable, but that you maintain symbolic purity of heart and spirit. They just feel like at your core, Libra, you're good and you're pure. You know, you're no BS. And with the Page of Swords, like I said, some of you, this might be a connection that develops online, or there's distance here. It could also be a secret admirer connection, but I'm also just seeing through like conversation, you two build trust. I mean, that's usually how it happens, right? But again, it might be like, I mean, there's definitely passion and attraction, but I feel like that what you two talk about, your conversation, the friendship that you build, holding space for each other, is like really where this connection blossoms and grows. This could start off as some sort of secret admirer situation as well. It could be on your end or theirs. Okay, what else do we need to know? We see through a shared challenge. So this connection forms through navigating a challenge together. That could be through work, that could be a living situation, you know, that could be something happening within your community. You know, it could be political activism, like whatever it is. Alignment strengthens through cooperation. So you two really work well together. For some of my Libras, you and this person have experienced some of the same challenges when it comes to personal loss, maybe addiction, maybe betrayal. All right, and we see reciprocity matters. So again, my Libras, you're represented by the scales of justice. So this is really, really important to you. But this connection thrives when giving and receiving are balanced, and mutual effort becomes part of alignment, okay? And deepening self-awareness. This connection brings clarity about your emotional landscape. And I also think because they hold space for you, so it gives you the power to explore and to even, explore deeper parts of yourself. And that's a beautiful thing, because I also see you two kind of really peeling back layers of each other, ones that maybe you didn't even realize existed. All right, what else do we need to know about this person or this connection, please? What else do we need to know about this person or this connection, please? Burning desire. So there's definitely that. I mean, that came through very, very strong. The flames of passion ignite. Honest communication. Yeah, this is where that trust builds. This is going to be like the foundation of your relationship. Heart-to-heart conversations, getting to know each other, being real, being vulnerable with each other, being honest about, your expectations, your limitations. And again, this person is going to pursue you, Libra. Your romance is about to evolve and level up. So this may be something that happens unexpectedly, but it's definitely one where it goes beyond just dating. Maybe even marriage or moving in together. And we see psychic connection. So your communication goes beyond mere words. So you also have a telepathic connection. You'll be able to very easily, quickly read each other's minds. Although you're not going to require that, right? Because again, you two really are good communicators. But on multiple levels. Anything else we need to know? July. So I am doing this reading at the end of July. So some of you've already met this person, or you're meeting them within the next week or so. I could be connecting with Cancer or Leos here who maybe have strong Libran placements. Remember, you can check your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus. I also like to check my north node. Maybe this person is born in July. All right, but we definitely see here that this is unfolding for my Libras in the near future. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.